podcast. It's a special day today, Jay.
Yeah, and you know why?
It's our 1 year anniversary that we've done this.
Guys, 365 days we've been on here, hustling, working this podcast.
And 31 episodes in, we've been making fun of degenerates while participating in degeneracy ourselves.
Say that for yourself.
Hey, man, we're in this
I
together.
participate
We're a
in the
team.
conversations, I don't know what to say about participating in degeneracy.
We're a team, man. We're degenerates together and forever,
Okay.
We have a special treat for you today. Not only are we going to talk about our favorite episodes that we've had throughout the past year, either our favorite episodes, our favorite stories, our favorite guests and performers that we've had, because we've done a lot in the first year of our existence, haven't we, Jay?
I was surprised at how much we've actually gotten through this year. And, well, we're going to be recapping our, like you said, our favorite performances, guests, topics, maybe people, episode, all of it. But there's one thing we got to start up with, which is
the special treat we have is we're going to update you on some stories that we brought to you earlier in the year.
Yep.
And we're going to start off with my favorite target, Ippei Mizuhara.
Yeah, we're finally going to get closure on this case, see where the people end up.
Exactly. So if I recall correctly, I did mention that there was potentially phone calls that Ippei Mizuhara made to Shohei Ohtani's bank impersonating him to steal his money. And lo and behold, we have the glorious tapes.
They're out.
They got it on tape. What was that Nixon quote? They have him on tape.
They have him
on tape. And
we have him on tape.
But in today's day and age, it's not tape, it's on SoundCloud. So we have it on SoundCloud.
Weird, out of everywhere, SoundCloud. You'd think it'd be on YouTube. SoundCloud. Okay. But hey, we have it. And we're going to show it to you guys.
Yes, we're going to indulge in the glorious degeneracy that is Ippei Mizuhara. But before we do, if you don't remember who Ippei Mizuhara is, he was once Shohei Ohtani's interpreter, the now World Series champion, Shohei Ohtani. And he was accused of and has been charged with stealing over $17 million from Shohei Ohtani's bank account underneath his nose without him knowing.
Can you believe that? I mean, it's crazy when you're $700 million rich. It's like what, like $20 or something. You don't notice stuff like that.
It just flies out of your wallet. You don't even realize it.
I want to be that rich.
And he did it because he's a gambling degenerate, and he was in great debt.
Couldn't control
to
himself.
Our boy Matthew Boyer.
Another man that we've spoken about, Matthew Boyer. A man who's carried so many titles that we can't even keep up.
He has more departments looking for him than P. Diddy does right now.
He's like on next level than P. Diddy. You thought P. Diddy was bad? Matthew Boyer.
This man has all the alphabets chasing after him. And we're gonna update you on his status as well. Awesome. But first, let's dive into the phone call. So we know that he stole $17 million from Shohei Ohtani, and this is the method he did it. Jay, can you play the tape for us?
Thank you for calling. Line for all. This call may be monitored and recorded. Who am I speaking with?
Shohei Ohtani.
That's him.
Thank you. How may I help you?
Shohei.
Quote unquote Shohei.
So I tried to log in to online banking, and it tells me that it's not available to me at this time. And I need to call.
I love the bad accent.
Sure, I can take a look into that. I can take a look into that for you. Okay, it'll be just 1 minute, please, while I access your account.
Mm-hmm.
This guy grew up in Diamond Bar, by the way.
Oh, really?
He's doing a racist Asian accent.
Terrible accent.
Okay, everything's still coming up for me. It'll be just a few more minutes, please.
That's crazy.
Okay.
He goes,
I tried to make a wire transfer a couple days ago. They told me that that's probably the reason, so they transferred me to this number.
Okay. Alrighty. Now, the number ending 0373, is that the best contact number for you?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to send a one-time authorization code to your text messaging. Can you provide me with that 6-digit code when it becomes available?
Yes.
I think you know what? No, yeah, he did.
He had his phone.
He just had all of Shohei's stuff.
Okay. 663
Oh, wow. That's how much you trusted him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because, okay, we can cut it off. Shohei didn't understand any English whatsoever. So he put all of his trust in this guy to navigate him.
His interpreter, yes.
So he interpreted his bank stuff to him, everything. That was Diamond Bar native Shohei Ohtani right there.
No, not Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
That's why the accent is like going in and out. It's like he's going in from speaking good English to bad English because like that's his Diamond Bar accent going in, and then coming out is his fake Asian
He's having
accent.
trouble. Probably needed to practice a little more, but he got away with it.
For a while.
For a while.
And then, when he was caught, obviously, he was let go by the Dodgers, and he was an Uber Eats driver for a short period of time.
Damn, what a fall.
Yeah, I'll flash the picture of it on screen of when we caught him doing it. But now he's facing justice. Jay, can you tell us what's going on with him?
The force is coming down on this man. So we got from ESPN. I'm just going to start at the top.
Yeah.
Take this out. In Santa Ana, California, Ippei Mizuhara was sentenced Thursday to nearly 5 years in prison for stealing about $17 million from Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani to repay gambling debts. This man was out of control. The U.S. District Judge John W. Holcombs, sorry if I butchered that, gave Ohtani's former interpreter a 57-month sentence and 3 years of supervised release, and ordered him to pay nearly $17 million in restitution to Ohtani and $1.1 million to the IRS. You still got to pay taxes on all your losses.
Getting taxed for your losses is crazy.
That's awesome, man. What do we fight for, America? Come on. But
fight to give the government money.
yeah. So this is what he said. He said, "I want to say I'm truly sorry to Mr. Ohtani for what I have done." That's what he said in court. Mizuhara was ordered to surrender to authorities to begin serving his sentence by March 24th. Yeah, it was this month. Right?
Wow. Yeah. Really quickly. Really soon.
Yeah, real fast. They already knew.
Actually, it's been a year since we did that because we're doing the year thing, right? We're doing the
That's
year
right.
thing.
That's right.
Almost a year.
His attorney, Michael G. Friedman, said that he expects Mizuhara, a Japanese citizen, to be deported at a later date.
Damn.
So he's getting deported.
Wait, but I thought he's from Diamond Bar. I thought he was born here. I guess not.
No, he said he's Japanese citizen.
Damn. Because I know for a while they call him a Diamond Bar native. I guess he was born in Japan, but he was raised here, so he doesn't count as an American.
Oh, wow.
So now Trump's sending him back.
Yeah, Trump.
No one's being spared.
No one. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, the magnitude of the theft, $17 million, in my view, is shockingly high. Holcomb said upon issuing the sentence. Holcomb said most people don't make that much money in their lifetime. I hope that Mr. Mizuhara will be able to repay that sum. That remains has to be seen.
That remains to do a lot of Uber Eats.
A lot of Uber Eats. Do you think they won't let him out of jail to do Uber Eats?
Imagine he's like the Uber Eats, but within the jail. So like he's just serving the prisoners their food. Like he's going around.
He just becomes a lunch lady for jail.
Yeah.
For like 2 cents a day or something.
2 cents a day.
That's crazy. They're really doing that, huh? Okay. It goes on. The Dodgers fired Mizuhara in March after an ESPN investigation revealed that he had sent millions in wire transfer from Ohtani's account to an illegal bookmaker.
I love that. I love how ESPN's just patting themselves in the back.
Nice.
We did that. We ruined this man's
17
life.
mil guy. He didn't even notice.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They thought they were pros, I bet.
And so that's Mizuhara. You know, he's kind of a victim. No, he's not a victim. He's a victim of his own actions.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's what
Welcome to your consequences.
Exactly. These are the consequences of my actions, you know. This was a guy who considered Shohei Ohtani his brother.
Yeah.
And
claimed they were very close.
And claimed that he spent more time around Ohtani than he did his own wife.
Mm.
And, you know, he was going to some seedy places and meeting sketchy people. Where I don't remember the Padres superstar that was there at the time. But he was the one who invited Mizuhara to go meet Matthew Boyer.
That's right.
In a dark, smoky room, right? Playing poker.
Yeah, playing poker, of course. And we've heard about Matthew Boyer.
Yeah.
You know,
the
entrepreneur, business owner. I forgot what else he did.
Failure, you know. Gambling degenerate.
Gambler degenerate. And most of all, a man who's really, really, really deep in debt.
Yeah, he's being hunted down by the DHS, the IRS,
Homeland Security.
Was it the
Oh my
IRA?
God.
No, not the IRA. The
The
FBI.
FBI. Damn, like you said, the alphabet is after him.
I'm sure he pulled out of his IRA to gamble on something. You know?
He probably did, huh?
Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
the stocks aren't doing it.
Risking his future
You
for
know?
it.
I feel like he would have been a crypto bro if he was born this era. You know?
Yeah,
This is an older gentleman.
Yeah,
You know?
I think so too. He would probably lost it too.
Oh yeah, because he's all about that gambling.
Yeah.
But we have some updates on Mr. Boyer as well. So
Mr.
we know
Boyer.
Mizuhara faced his justice. Mr. Boyer also faced his justice.
He did.
Gave us the consequences of what were the consequences for all these government agencies chasing him. It's crazy how he can have so many agencies after him.
I know. Not even Diddy, bro. But okay, this is from the Daily Mail Sports. It's bookie for Shohei Ohtani's interpreter breaks silence on 180 million gambling scandal before possible jail time. 180? That's insane, dude. That's crazy.
That's a true con artist.
That's a true degenerate. Man doesn't know when to stop.
He's about to hit the big one.
We'll see when.
It's coming up.
Okay, it starts like this. The convicted bookie who placed bets for Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter believes half of the professional athletes are gambling on sports. So that's his belief already. They're gambling on sports already, man. It's illegal, but
His
California.
defense is that everyone else is doing it.
so why can't I do it with their money too?
Exactly.
I know some of them are still betting on sports. Matthew Boyer told the New York Post, if 50% are gambling, I would think 10% of those are compulsive gamblers. The 49-year-old Boyer estimates that less than 3% wager on their own sport and does not believe pro games are being fixed. What is
It's like, I would know. I talked to them. They said they don't.
Yeah, they told me they were good.
What they do is to give me health updates, though. You know, how they're feeling.
Just a little bit. That's it.
Yeah.
In fact, he was surprised to see that ongoing federal investigation into gambling allegations against Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, who was
I just saw a video on this.
Yeah, who was more than 130 million in career earnings, has reported by the Wall Street Journal. The inquiry is just one part of the larger investigation that alleged match fixing in basketball. The same probe has already resulted in a guilty plea and lifetime NBA ban for former Toronto Raptors forward Jonte Porter, a less hurdled player with a little more than $2 million in career earnings.
Have you seen? No, you haven't. Have you seen the video of Jonte Porter where you can tell where he's cheating the games? So he's he's betting on himself, and apparently there was inside text messages that got released where he's talking to his bookie, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna play for this long, and I know that I'm gonna play for like 8 minutes, so bet on my unders because I'm gonna shoot this many times, and then I'm gonna tell the medical staff that my eye's bothering me again, and they're gonna take me out of the game."
Straight cheat code, man.
And then when you see him shooting, and then like midway into the first period, quarter, he's like, and he walks up, they take him out of the game.
Exactly what he said would happen.
Exactly what he said. He was
I
good,
should take
dude.
his advice.
You have the sentence? Like, how many years is he looking at?
Yeah. I was surprised because filthy rich. Okay, here he goes. Boyer faces up to 18 years in prison at Friday's sentencing after pleading guilty back in August to charges of running an illegal gambling operation, money laundering, and subscribing to a false tax return. That's crazy. He ran the illegal bookmaking scheme in California and Nevada for at least 5 years, during which he took millions in bets from Ohtani's now former interpreter, Ippei Mizuhara. That's crazy.
Yeah, he gets 18 months for the severe crimes, and the Mizuhara got around 5 years, 57 months. So he gets around 5 years.
Ippei gets, Boyer gets 18 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He got 18 years.
No, but I get it. He's got a long track record of being all over the place, so these things add up.
And I think he's a repeat offender. So
Oh yeah. Every single time, aside from the first one, has been a repeat.
Like this is Ippei's first crime, so that's why he gets
5 years.
5 years, $17 million in restitution, and $1 million to the IRS, and then he's being deported.
Yeah. See, that's not light either. That's crazy.
I'm glad we got a chance to close the story out. I think this is the first time we covered a story and someone ended up going to jail, because usually when we cover a story, they're already in the process of being in prison or prosecuted for something. This is the first time we covered something and then they ended up in jail. So we got a conclusion to one of our stories.
Nice closure. Very satisfying.
Very, very satisfying. The last update that I want to give before we go down memory lane on our history is Dr. Disrespect.
Ooh, Dr. Disrespect, coming back to that too. Controversy with Dr. Disrespect. He had been in contact with So Minor. He's back and forth messages that could probably have been provocative or not. We don't know yet.
We don't know.
We know he had the intention because he said it, but he said it didn't happen.
And this is what the reason why I want to talk about it, because after that episode, I think everybody figured that Dr. Disrespect was dead in the water. That was it. Yeah. He's done. But he's resurfaced again.
He's done. What is it, like his second comeback?
His second comeback, or because he cheated on his wife. He was gone.
Yeah,
he's a two-timing champ.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
The two-timing champ.
And now he's resurfaced once again, and he's finally defending himself against these slanderous claims. So here is his defense.
So here we have it, directly from Rumble, because he's actually made his comeback and is signing on to Rumble as being one of their leads. He's gonna start actually streaming on there, right?
He's gonna sign. It's an exclusive deal, right? He's signing
exclusively, yeah.
Because I know he just got remonetized on YouTube after this whole debacle, and now he's signing an exclusive deal with Rumble. I guess because Aiden Ross is leaving. So, so they go from one idiot to a degenerate.
Wow. There it is. So check this out. This is how it goes. Dr. Disrespect will lead Rumble Gaming and join Rumble Premium. Longboat Key, Florida, November 25th. 2024, Rumble, the video sharing platform and cloud service provider, today announced that Dr. Disrespect has joined Rumble and will be streaming his popular content on the platform as part of an agreement that includes equity with milestones as a majority of its compensation. Dr. Disrespect will provide exclusive content to Rumble Premium for his Champions Club community. Dr. Disrespect will also lead Rumble Gaming, acting as an advisor and helping to build the Rumble Gaming community. Dr. Disrespect is one of the world's best-known online streamers, continuously in the top charts. He became known for playing Battle Royale games such as Call of Duty, H1Z1, and PUBG Battlegrounds on Twitch and YouTube.
Is there do we have a reported figure for what they're going to pay him?
See, Disrespect. Okay, so he will continue to stream for free. His free show on Rumble with additional exclusive content available to subscribers in his community through Rumble Premium. As part of the launch of Dr. Disrespect's exclusive gaming content, Rumble will be offering a $10 discount for... No, that's not it.
All right,
that's a discount. No, it doesn't say, my bad. Yeah.
But for anybody who doesn't remember what happened to Dr. Disrespect, he was banned from Twitch for 2 years before he resurfaced on YouTube. And then almost a year ago, because that episode was a little more recent, almost a year ago, maybe half a year ago, it came out why he was banned on Twitch, and it was because he had interactions with minors, like Jay proposed, or Jay talked about earlier, and he was banned from Twitch and YouTube again, but he's resurfaced on Kick and Rumble to defend himself. And here is the argument that he says. So, if you remember, we had Daniel Machuca on.
Yeah.
And we read his beautiful The Twitch ban tweet.
We
very
did.
Iconic. We need to put that in the loaf.
Throw it up there.
Yeah, very beautiful. And he said that he had inappropriate interactions with the minor, that he edited to take out the word minor, and then he re-edited to put minor back in. And then he admitted to the whole thing and said that he was sorry for disappointing his fans, but he's not going away. He's going to take a nice vacation.
Yeah.
And I guess the vacation is over because he's back now. And he says he's playing an Uno reverse card. He says the reason why I put minor in there, took it out, and then put it back is because I wanted the media to know that was specifically I was trying to point to that word so they can catch on to it and report on it that it was a minor. And so you might be thinking, why would you want to emphasize that you were with a minor?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Well, he says Twitch didn't do their due diligence. Okay, he says they didn't look into whether the person's state, if she was of the age of consent.
You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch's Whispers, But trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. Did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban.
They didn't.
Wow. So it's not up to one.
That tells me the person was not 18. Why would you argue the age of consent if they're above 18?
Right. So it wasn't 18.
I don't think it's 18 because he's saying, oh, I shouldn't have been banned from Twitch because I didn't commit any crimes because the person I was being inappropriate with was of the legal age in their state.
Right, yeah. That's crazy, but still within the boundaries.
Yeah.
Great,
and I loved how
great defense.
Where these messages were sent were on his business account. They weren't even on his private account. They were on his business account. Yeah.
Damn.
That's made it even better. Have you seen the post where it also came out that he was flirting with a trans OnlyFans model?
Yeah.
And he's like, what is it? I'm gripping right now. Boom.
I'm gripping right now. Boom.
Yeah.
What the hell? And he sent that?
He said that.
I'm gripping right now.
I'm gripping right now.
I can figure out what that is. Damn, told the whole story with just that.
I'm telling you, he's the 2 timing champion.
What
this is what he's the best at.
This is why people like him. This is why he's being signed to Rumble.
This is why he's being
because of that.
This is why he's having his hard right wing turn. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually gets to the White House with Trump and shakes his hand.
You're right. I mean, at this point, you see, he was already in the White House. It's like bars are getting lower and lower. You know.
He went out attacking his friends who disowned him. He attacked Nick Merckx, and he's a fake friend. He attacked everybody else in the community for abandoning him for talking to children.
Yeah. And I mean, some of these people actually tried to sort of defend him because they're his buddies. Yeah. You've seen them go. They go out and they start bashing other creators for doing the exact same thing their buddy did.
Yeah, they'll say, well, he may have done this. Oh, my favorite, Sneeko, right?
Sneeko,
we all love Sneeko here. How he's like, oh, how come why is it bad if Dr. Disrespect talks to somebody who's 17 years, 365 days, and 23 hours and 59 seconds old, but Pokemon can make softcore on her Twitch streams and no one does anything about it.
And what he categorizes as softcore is more soft than it's really nothing.
It's just it's like, what is his parameter for pornography? Even Neon had a good point. He goes, what do you want her to do? That's her audience.
Yeah.
Because he goes, there are 16-year-olds in her audience. She's making porn for it. And he's like, that's her audience. What do you want her to do? Ask their age and kick them out? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Dr. Disrespect literally is talking to this person that he knew was a certain age. She doesn't know who's watching her.
No,
She's just existing.
He's really hanging on to that. She was legal in her state.
That's his defense, that he didn't commit a crime. He's like, I'm not saying I didn't do it. I'm just saying it wasn't a crime.
Hey, man, the messages went out of state.
That's the thing. See, he's from California, and he sent those messages to another state. So would that, if they are of legal age in their state, but he's doing it here in California because it's crossing state lines, does that make it a felony?
Would that be crossing state lines? I
feel like it is.
Interesting. Is there any sort of laws towards that?
We need to have a lawyer on. We'll ask them, hey, is there can you commit online crimes across the country? Going across state?
Yeah, does it count if you talk to a minor on if they're legal in their state and not in mine? I'm legal in mine.
That'd be quite the question to ask.
Very specific question, man. Specific. Did you do something?
We'll go right now and look on Google and we'll pull up the free consultations for those lawyers.
Let's call one of them
right now.
We'll call
one right now and go, hey, is it illegal?
We're not going to get reported, are we?
I hope not.
You actually want me to call? I'll call right now.
We can cut this all out of context and just put it on TikTok and we'll see what happens.
Oh, man.
It's just us calling if we can talk inappropriately to minors across state lines. If it's
where they're legal in their state.
If it's legal in their state but illegal in ours, what is the jurisdiction there?
Oh my God. You already know you're up to no good.
If you're
I would
asking these kind
I
of
would have
questions.
arrested you then. Ask me some questions, some BS. You're under arrest.
And this is also confidential, right? You gotta
He goes, I don't know, man. If you have intent, it's not.
It's like, whatever happened to attorney-client privileges?
Yeah, right. People don't value this anymore.
I guess not.
Damn.
We're in a different time period now.
I don't know. Should I call this?
No, I'm joking. You don't have to
I was
call.
thinking about it.
You're just gonna call right now and
No.
ask that question.
Pull
That'd
me
be
on
awesome.
a list or something. No, I don't want to
They-
be on
they-
any
they-
list.
They get your phone number and they just hold on to it. just in
Yeah, they
case.
go, hey, this guy, some concerns came up. Let's keep a hold on.
But
Damn.
that was really what I wanted to update people on about Dr. Disrespect. Is that's it? That's the new thing he's going for. That's
Yeah.
his new argument he's going with. And I don't know. It's just weird that he's been accepted back. There's always an audience for him, but I didn't think it was gonna still be this big.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. But look, he's got dedicated people who just, I don't know, they can oversee any of this. That's crazy.
I guess he's that charismatic. I guess he's that
Is he?
charismatic. Firm handshakes everywhere. Like he is.
It's
Firm
probably just
handshakes
because
all
that guy's
around.
like 6'7" or something. He towers over everybody.
I-
He brings a sort of aura, essence to the place.
especially when he's in his getup.
His full
you know.
gear and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it could be a little intimidating and stuff.
yeah. He's a doctor too. You know?
Hey, he's a doctor. He's not afraid to disrespect you.
He's a doctor in disrespectology. I guess.
Disrespectology?
Yeah.
Such
yeah.
a mouthful.
That's I'm sure it's gonna be a class eventually.
There might
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
a class on how to be rude. Being rude 101.
How to be rude, how to disrespect people.
How to disrespect people.
There's gonna be some techniques and what do they call it? Theory, a lot of theory.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
how
yeah.
to be disrespectful.
It's all psychological, too.
Oh yeah. And how much
Yeah.
you know about the person you're disrespecting. You know.
How much you know?
Yeah, about the
Oh,
person
yeah.
you're
Oh,
disrespecting.
yeah. Stalking is part of the course.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Mild stalking.
Mild stalking. What about cyber stalking?
That's definitely on there.
Yeah, it's cyber stalking. Leaving mean comments. There's gonna be
That's cyberbullying.
you know how some semesters have their chapters on different things. One's gonna
Yeah.
be mean comments online. You
Mean
know, mean comments. There's gonna be in-person confrontations.
It should be something about how to legally cyberbully.
Legally, you're gonna sign legislature to legally cyberbully somebody.
How to do it within the law.
How to do it within the law.
Keyword within the law.
Within the
Words.
law. Always make it a suggestion.
Yeah, exactly. Never say it directly.
Never say it directly.
Always plant the seed.
The seeds of doubt. You know.
The seeds of doubt, yeah. That's where we're at now.
All right. I think it's time that to close the show, let's talk about our favorite memories we have so far. Jay, what has been your favorite episode we've done so far?
Favorite episode?
31
well,
episodes in.
If you get 31 episodes in, whole year, it doesn't sound like much, but quite the work.
Quite the work.
Honestly, if you guys go back to see our previous videos, I did like a lot the asking U.S. citizenship questions, seeing if they can pass themselves, seeing if we can earn citizenship. And honestly, results were I don't want to say I was predicted because I don't want to be mean, but it's just underwhelming.
I would say my review of that video is the kids are all right.
The kids are alright, yeah. You don't have to be too worried about them.
This outgoing generation, we should be glad that they are the outgoing.
Oh
generation.
yeah.
That's how,
And
that's
that
how
was
I'll phrase it.
clearly obvious. People, they don't know a lot.
And there's still time for them, but for now,
There is. We'll leave it as is.
we'll leave it as is. My favorite episode comes from the podcast. I have two,
Two.
and I think one is expected, and then one is not.
Mhm.
My first favorite, I would say, is the AI episode we did.
Oh, the AI episode was kind of cool.
Yeah,
like that.
with Neurochan.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was probably the highlight of the
Yeah.
episode for me. Her and her random bigotry just flying out
Yeah,
anywhere.
very, 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 very. What do you say? Very biased.
very biased, very she became sentient at times.
Yeah.
And so I like that part the most. I also liked looking at Aitana, which was the
Aitana.
influencer.
That's right.
But one of my most favorite episodes is probably the Sonic episode because
the Sonic, right, with the games
anniversary
and
episode.
those little Easter eggs with Maria.
Yes.
And Sonic going
Ouroboros and Sonic Omens.
Yeah, and what
Tails
did
coin or Tails coin.
what did Knuckles say? Basically connected with Maria's word on her behind.
Shadow?
Oh yeah, Shadow. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, he was like, this shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That was
those Russian developers on another level, man. Kinky mofos.
Yeah, that's where it started. Now look, look what they are.
Look what they are, man.
That was Ouroboros. Did they change their name? No, I think I looked them up recently.
Still the same?
I think they're still the same, but there's no mention of Sonic Omens anymore.
Oh wow.
I haven't heard anything from the Tails coin creator.
Oh yeah, all that went out the window.
It was all gone. But I had a great time talking about that because that was a story that I was interested in the year before.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I would have an opportunity to talk about it because I felt like it would be irrelevant. But the anniversary provided me with the space that I'd be able to just like bring it up. And I'm glad you were able to you wanted to get in on the jokes as well for the Sonic community because this was very niche. It's a very niche.
Oh yeah. You have to be a really in-depth fan. I know a lot of the Sonic stuff, but when it comes to really behind the lore and just really in-depth stuff about specific characters and stuff, I feel like I'm still at the surface.
Yeah, it's still at the surface when it comes to the actual franchise itself, and you're probably you looking through a telescope when you see the community itself. When you know the actual community.
Yeah, I've come to realize that the Sonic community encompasses all kinds of people.
Oh yeah,
all types
of people, and our boy Farkle, trying to take down Ouroboros. There was a small update I forgot to mention on the show, and that was that it kind of simmered down because they wanted to sue Farkle for everything he was saying. That's what
really?
it was.
They wanted to sue him.
Yeah. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna sue Farkle for defamation and everything that he's saying. We're gonna destroy his life. We're gonna make sure we're gonna." A quote from the lead developer was, "We're gonna make sure he wishes he was dead."
Oh damn!
Yeah,
that's a threat.
That was one of the.
That's insane.
And then it got leaked, so then the lawsuit never happened, and Farkle kind of just disappeared.
Hey, there it is. That was the AI episode. I did like that episode too because of, I did bring up basically. Well, my topic was Boston Dynamics themselves.
Yes.
Which was basically Boston Dynamics is a technology company who seems pretty far ahead of our time right now with robotics and stuff. And they're starting to introduce AI into their robots. And if you've seen their robots are physically already better than I am. They can do a backflip and stuff. They can jump and do a bunch of stuff, that we people are limited to. And it's just interesting because the singularity is coming. 2045, I'm calling it. You heard it here.
And we'll cover it.
We'll cover it while it's happening, yeah.
Who so far... Okay, what has been your favorite story that we covered so far?
My favorite story.
Yeah.
Interesting. I got to think about this. What about you?
I think my favorite story is probably the Mizuhara case.
The Mizuhara case?
Yeah. I was a big fan of Shohei Ohtani as an Angels fan. And then seeing all this go on as it felt like the sports world was collapsing in on itself. And that was kind of fun to see.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of a mystery because even Pete Rose got in on the joke. The king of the hit king, also the gambling king.
Yeah.
Who? It's another update. He died. Pete Rose did pass away.
I did not know that.
He passed away. So R.I.P. to Pete Rose. He said that when he dies, they're probably gonna put him in the Hall. And I think, can you look up the Hall of Fame class of this year? I think they announced that he's going to be in the Hall.
Yeah, he predicted it?
Because he said, when I die, they're going to put me in the Hall. I believe that now, because the Baseball Hall of Fame class was just announced for this year, I believe he's a part of it. Just look at Pete Rose Hall of Fame and see if it's announced.
Let's see.
That way we can get that update correct.
Pete Rose?
Mm-hmm.
Baseball. What is he?
Hall of Fame. He was a manager. I think he's a first baseman, or maybe a shortstop.
Well, Pete Rose, right?
Yeah, Pete Rose, and then just a Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame. I believe that's the case, but if anything, he claims that. So if that's not the case now, we'll find out later if it is.
Yeah. Sat down video interview with Let me get it. Sorry. Let me skim through this.
Okay. And I think for the most part, that has been my favorite story. That and probably, I think the Grammys episode was a really good one. I did not expect that episode to get as many views as it did, which was a pleasant surprise to both me and Jay. We were really grateful and thankful that it got as many views as it did.
Oh yeah.
So that quickly became one of my favorite episodes because it was unexpected and it was more of us just like fooling around based on a lot of the stuff we talked about, whether it be about Eminem or Drake or Andrew Schultz and versus Kendrick Lamar.
That's right.
So those are some of my favorites. What was your favorite story?
My favorite story?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry. Let me get you onto this Pete thing.
Okay.
So basically, what it said right here is that he did wish that he would be part of the Hall of Fame when he died. But basically, let's see, where is it? He was put on a list that basically didn't let him.
Because he was banned. Yeah.
Because he was banned for gambling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they're trying to work on it. His daughter and like lawyers and stuff.
In the state, I guess.
Yeah. But at the moment, he's
so not yet. But maybe PD boy will be right eventually.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see about that. Hopefully, these lawyers are working hard.
What has been your favorite,
story
that we've done so far?
Yeah, we did quite a bit of stories.
Yeah, I like the Matthew Boyer because that was kind of like
Matthew
one long
Boyer was really interesting.
That was like a deep dive into one whole story.
We had to go way back in his background since like before like 2009 or something. So he's been scamming people for over decades and stuff.
And that was like our 4th episode in, and at that point we were doing like a bunch of random stories, but that was like our first long deep dive.
I found him really interesting because of that and how much he was able to get away with for a
for
long time.
And how other people in the industry were connected with each other.
Yeah, somehow, and through him.
Through him.
Crazy. And you got, like you said, the alphabet after him.
The alphabet groups after him, you know?
Right. But I think that would also be one of my favorite. Yeah, Matthew Boyer was just intriguing as a person.
Very, very intriguing. Who has been your favorite guest so far?
Like,
this is not to say that one guest was better than the other, but our personal favorite, like maybe...
You know, I don't think I have like a favorite guest, but I think the time where we were promoting Nighttime Is Our Time. I think just having all these rappers coming in and getting to know them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was intriguing. Like all of them as people were very interesting. And they were all like pretty awesome people overall, you know? And also their performances were just they know how to get lit, all of them do. But I think that would be one of my more favorite parts in our podcast that we've done before, for sure, was just the crew of Nighttime, the performers, them in general, for sure.
And that shout out to Kosher 9. That was like our first big video that we had that passed 200 views.
Yeah, and as he mentioned, we stole his V card.
We popped his cherry.
Yeah.
And when it comes to interviews and podcasts.
Yeah.
So, shout out to K9. Hopefully you're watching this.
Hopefully, man.
My favorite guest is Sad Name. Because that was the first guest we wanted to have.
We did, yeah.
Since before the podcast even started.
That's right.
We're like, we're going to have guests. We're going to have Sad Name.
We were mentioning it to them as well for a while.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, when are we going to do it? And finally we got to it. And honestly, the whole episode was great. Their performance was amazing. They performed a new song, Lucky Us. And just the whole vibe, I feel like we clicked off pretty quick,
That's what made it super special, is that it was our first episode here at Nightingale.
Yeah.
And it was the first live performance we ever had on our show.
Mm-hmm.
So I really did appreciate that.
I did.
That whole aspect. And just because Lewis and Chewy, who are the guys from Sad Name, they are great friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with them before, and I'm really close to them. So having those guys on, just chilling with them, was really fun. It was really fun cool. aspect. Lastly, I guess to cap it off, we can do fusions, right? Of the performances we've promoted and the performances we've had on the show, including the nighttime at Nightingale, and then the 2 performances we've had so far on the TOTB cast.
On here, yeah.
Which of them has been your favorite so far? We can even include Nighttime Is Our Time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we've only had 2 performances here.
On our show, yeah. We've had Serious and Sad Name.
And one, aside from Sad Name, I was really looking forward to them. Another one was Serious, the band.
Yeah.
Their music is great. I listen to the music still, even now. and they just had a whole vibe, and they're awesome. When they play, you can tell they dedicate all their energy into their instrument, and they're awesome together. They were just a completely awesome band, I think.
They were. I had a really good time. They were super cool with it, super chill.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of worried because this really was the first time we got to actually talk to them. I know we invited them to Nightingale before, which we mentioned in the past, because Nightingale often hosts a monthly event called Science Fair. Yeah. It's where we had a live set once, and they asked us for a headliner, and we pitched them Sirius. Sirius showed up to perform. We met them there for the first time, but we didn't really get to talk. So doing the podcast with them was really cool to see how nice they really are, and we gelled with them really well.
Oh yeah, they did great that night too. They did great. It was kind of a whole. We had a little issue that night, but you know, overall everything went pretty all right. They played and they were awesome. They were amazing.
It was incredible. I think my favorite performance is probably, I want to say. So we had a Halloween show that I don't think I promoted on the show, but I did promote on my personal page because I was helping a part of the show before that with a rock band. So I was really close into it. There was a show with Gio, a former guest of ours on the show. He actually took a clip from the episode we had with Banks of Heaven or Vegas where we're talking about him, and he incorporated that into our set. And for that, you know, I'm eternally grateful. I'm really grateful for that. He played us in his set, and it was for his song On Go.
On Go, dude. So, Gio, cool dude. He's got the energy. He's got the vibe. This man is consistently working hard. So we see him around, you know where you see him first.
Exactly. And I did want to mention that he released a song called New Level, which is a part of a charity project that he's working on. So all the money that he makes from the streaming ads, revenue, everything, he's going to donate it to a specific school in Pasadena or Altadena that was affected by the California fires that we suffered from earlier in the year. And so I'll play a little bit of the song. He wanted to know if I could do that for him. So right now, to play us out, I'll play Gio's New Level.
Okay.
And, you know, give him some promotion, and if we get more streams, we could he can donate the money to the kids.
Yeah, support the man. It's for a good cause. Don't be a chump, you know.
Exactly. Only chumps don't donate to kids.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So, so thank you to everybody who's watched us so far. We've hit 100 subscribers finally.
Yeah.
It's been great. You know, I want to shout out someone special. The 100 subscriber is actually running their cameras right here with us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. We
Alexis
have a DP
is
helping
here.
out. Alexis, 100 subscriber. Hey, man, we appreciate you.
We appreciate you, man. Alexis working hard back here behind the camera. So we've had Andrew, we've had Ong, and now we have Alexis.
Man.
All mentioned
These
on our podcast.
These guys are pulling through, and we appreciate them so much because, honestly, this wouldn't be going on today without them, really.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys.
So we appreciate all of you, and we can't wait to next year. Maybe we'll be beyond 200, you know, but we got some special things in store for you coming up next month.
Oh, yeah.
And the months later on this year. We've got big ideas. So I hope you all enjoyed and continue to enjoy what we have in store for you.
We're going to hit it harder this year.
Super excited. We're going to hit the ground running. Last year was a little bit of a testing ground, but we figured it out. I think we figured it out. So
I think we got it.
So for Jay and for myself, thank you all. And like always,
thank you.
Don't be a chump.
Be a damn chump, man.
Goodbye, everybody.
We can hit his ass like Sugar Sean. I got my bro like right or wrong. Making hits, that's what we on. Up on live, I'll make a song. Jay pulled up, we smoking strong. I'm in the ocean, you in the pond. I'm dropping bombs like this, I run. Just evolve like Pokemon.